The lens is now on Madam Surgeon. Shaheen, we're given to understand, was called Madam Surgeon. Sources are telling your channel that agencies probing the Delhi blast case believe that Shaheen is the central asset in the conspiracy. The investigators have also found out that she was being referred as Madam Surgeon. Now, according to sources, Shaheen was self-radicalized and then leveraged by handlers who promised overseas placement and ideological purpose in return for her loyalty. ATS, along with other agencies, are now trying to figure out the 6 cities that were on target. The entire focus now shifts to the modus operandi, the 6 cities where these terrorists, the terror module, wanted to carry out a terror attack. We have Bhavtosh and Adeep joining us on the broadcast. Let me first go across to Bhavtosh. Bhavtosh, layer by layer, the mystery unraveling now. We're given to understand that Shaheen was self-radicalized. She was often referred to as Madam Surgeon. And she was very, very, pivotal to the entire conspiracy, the terror module, a central asset. That's how she's being described.
Yes, Swati, in fact, as much as the role that has been highlighted of Omar, Dr. Shaheen also played the important role. She was the one who radicalized or got radicalized through Muzammil or through online classes that she had attended. She was, in fact, privy to all and everything that had happened as far as Jaish module is concerned. In fact, she was also in touch with one of Maulana Masood's sister, Afira Bibi, and in fact, she was also planning to, in fact, hire or at least radicalize certain women so that they can be part of Jaish women module. Her brief history consists of going missing for past 3 or 4 years. At least she in fact resigned from her post or sacked from her post, and subsequently she was in fact using the car of Muzammil to ferry weapons. But it was the financing of Muzammil and others that in fact is being probed very minutely by security agencies. She gave around 20 lakh rupees of the 26 lakh rupees that they have collected, and she also used the car was used by Muzammil to in fact move the AK-47 assault rifles. During questioning, she did admit that Umar wanted to carry out a very big or a quote-unquote spectacular attack. This was either the Red Fort attack or something on those lines, but it is the D6 module that they wanted to set up, which was either the carry out a revenge of Babri Masjid, or for that matter Delhi 6, which is the pin code of Old Delhi, or for that matter carrying out attacks in 6 cities, prominent 6 cities in the country.
Right. Bhavtosh, stay on with us. Let me go across to Adeep. Adeep, looks like Shaheen was the most trusted and the most important asset of the handlers, a self-radicalized, highly educated woman, and a profession that people wouldn't doubt. And the module seems to have been operating with the help of such people.
Well, definitely, Swati and Sisi, she was the only women terrorist in this entire module, and she was the most trusted one in the entire module. Now, what we are receiving inputs from the ATS and other central agencies is that Shaheen was the most trusted one. In fact, she was being referred to as Madam Surgeon in most of the chats that have been encrypted by the investigative agencies. They have found that Shaheen was the most trusted one, and in fact, when she was in Kanpur, she was working in the GSVM College Kanpur. She even contacted multiple doctors, paramedical staff, and was trying to brainwash these people. In fact, not just in the Kanpur, but throughout the UP and Delhi NCR, she was trying to brainwash people. In fact, she was trying to run an NGO center in the western districts of Uttar Pradesh, and all these encrypted chats the agencies that have recovered now reveals the major plan of Dr. Shaheen, that how she was trusted by the terror modules, the terror operators, and the handlers of these terrorists, and what was all the planning. And remember, they were planning for a much bigger attack than the Delhi blast. They were planning, targeting 6 different cities throughout the country, and all these chats clearly shows that how Dr. Shaheen was very trusted among all these terror modules and other doctors.
All right, Bhavtosh and Adeep, stay on with us. Let's take a look at the details that have come to fore so and the evidence that the agencies have managed to gather. A high-intensity blast, remember, rocked the national capital on the 10th of November. It was dubbed as a panic strike, but the truth is far more sinister. The plan was bigger and darker. They called it the D6 mission. The investigators now say the accused were long preparing for something far deadlier, the D6 mission, a coordinated strike across 6 Indian cities on the 6th of December, a date they believed would trigger maximum impact. Handwritten diaries with secret notes have been recovered from the accused, exposing a meticulous terror playbook. Target lists, recruitment pitches, fund routes, and encrypted protocols. Every detail recorded and every move pre-scripted. And at the center of it, a radicalization and recruitment network that was powering the D6 plot to strike India in a single day. Let's break down the details of the diaries, the evidence, the clue that has come to fore. The mention on the diary cover, December 6 carnage plot. This is what was written. December 6 carnage plot was their mission. Radicalization was on track. Teams moved to 6 cities. Look at the tick marks, all the check boxes being ticked. Recruit new blood, arrange funds urgently. This was their mission. This is how they were setting the goals for themselves. And this is page number 2. More details coming to fore. Madam Surgeon cleared. Who are they talking about? Dr. Shaheen. Fund received in account number. The account number has been mentioned. Keep devices off. This is the planning, the plotting that went on for a long period to carry out 6 terror attacks. D6 mission was the name of their operation, to carry out attacks across 6 cities in India. This was their mission. Clock is ticking. So they had set a goal for themselves. You see all the check boxes being ticked in terms of funding, in terms of recruitment, radicalization. Now, we're getting more breaking inputs, and this is what sources are telling us. A major input has been received by investigation agencies in the Delhi blast case. WhatsApp chats and other social media chats have revealed the plans of Madam Surgeon. Dr. Shaheen used to receive instructions from 2 numbers that she had saved as Madam X and Madam Z in her phone contacts to talk to them. The investigating agencies, the officials are trying to find out who these 2 friends of Shaheen are. They are probing whether these associates are based in India or Pakistan. In July, as per the details, Madam X sent a WhatsApp message to Shaheen saying that Madam Z would soon be introduced to everyone. So the focus now shifts to who are these 2 other women part of the module, or are these just code names for terrorists? Let me go across to Bhavtosh. Madam X and Madam, okay, I'm being told that Adib has more information on that. Adib, Madam X and Madam Z, the focus shifts on them, who were in touch with these people. Apparently, a WhatsApp chat to Shaheen says that Madam Z is soon going to be introduced to everyone.
Well, definitely, Swati, see, these 2 code names have been encrypted through the mobile phones and the chats that were recovered from Dr. Shaheen's mobile number. In fact, multiple inputs suggest that Dr. Shaheen was referred as Madam Surgeon, and now 2 contacts' names have emerged from her mobile phone and the WhatsApp chat, which says that there were 2 separate contacts named as Madam X and Madam Z. And in fact, in one of the messages, Dr. Shaheen is telling to Madam X is saying that Madam Z will soon be introduced to everyone. And in another message that has been encrypted by the agencies, in one of the messages says that Dr. Shaheen sent a text message to Madam X saying that the medicines that you have sent, we have received those medicines. Now, these security agencies, they believe that these code names, the medicine and Madam X and Madam Z, are all the code words, and medicines is being referred to as explosive. So now the UPATS and other central agencies are going to probe on this matter, that whether these numbers belong to any Indian person. Who are these Madam X and Madam Z? What is their modus operandi, and how they were connected to Dr. Shaheen, and for how long they were in touch with Dr. Shaheen, whether they were the handlers of Dr. Shaheen, as Dr. Shaheen was continuously...
Whether they were in touch with Dr. Shaheen through other encrypted chats or apps, what were they discussing? Were they also a part of the terror module? All of that, of course, remains to be investigated. Let me go across to Bhavtosh as well. Bhavtosh, we don't know at the moment who Madam X and Madam Z are. That is what the investigating agencies are going to find out. But two other females, apart from Shaheen, whose names have appeared so far in the entire probe or reportage. One is that of Sadia, Masood Azhar's sister, and the other one was Afira Bibi.
Yes, in fact, last week itself, these names cropped up when Dr. Shaheen was being questioned. She did say that she was radicalized, she was influenced by Maulana Masood Azhar's sister. She said that she had, in fact, had one of these chats through online classes, but it's still being unraveled. It's still being unraveled whether it was actually her or someone did at least someone else tried to pose like Maulana Masood Azhar's sister. Her last location, Hafiza, last location is in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Importantly, what has happened in this case is Dr. Shaheen played as a pivotal role as far as JASH, Ansarul Ghazwa Hind module is concerned. She was not only aware of this entire planning, but she had also provided financial support, and that's how Dr. Muzammil purchased large quantity of fertilizer. She was aware that the labs are being used to extract explosives from the fertilizers. She also provided financial support. Ideally, she should have informed security agencies or at least the university, but this did not happen. Shaheen was arrested, and then subsequently she did inform the agency that she was aware of this.
Right.
But having said that, she later said that she was not aware that Red Fort attack will happen. But the very fact that when Omar escaped from Faridabad and when the questioning was going on, all the accused in this case decided to remain mum, and when the explosion did happen,
right,
agencies came to know that most of them were aware that a spectacular attack will be taking place, and only later these individuals were questioned about this attack.
All right, Adib and Bhavtosh, keep tracking all the developments for the moment. Thank you for getting us the details.